Are you drinking your hairline away? New evidence says sugary beverages and alcohol are quietly speeding up thinning, pushing baldness patterns a decade earlier in men and worsening shedding for women who are already vulnerable.
Welcome to Dr. Mercola's Cellular Wisdom. Stay informed with quick, easy-to-listen summaries of our latest articles, perfect for when you're on the go. No reading required. Subscribe for free at mercola.com for the latest health insights.
Hello, and welcome to Dr. Mercola's Cellular Wisdom. I'm Ethan Foster, and today we're unpacking how what you sip each day can either protect your follicles or starve them of the oxygen and nutrients they need to grow.
I'm Alara Sky. We're drawing from a systematic review that pooled data from more than 61,000 people to map the clearest links between diet and hair loss. The headline is simple. Low vitamin D and low iron consistently correlate with more severe alopecia, and frequent intake of sugary drinks and alcohol tracks with faster progression.
Vitamin D acts as a growth signal. Your follicles move through phases, and vitamin D receptors help kickstart the anagen, or growth, phase while supporting follicle stem cells. When levels fall, follicles stall. Across multiple studies, people with lower vitamin D tended to have worse hair loss, which means restoring vitamin D status isn't optional if you want regrowth momentum.
Iron tells a parallel story. Iron delivers oxygen, and oxygen is the fuel your follicles use to build strong strands. When iron is low, strands thin, break, and density drops. The review found this pattern across ages, including younger adults whose poor diet habits made their hair age faster than the rest of their body, and postmenopausal women whose deficiency amplified thinning.
Sugary drinks emerged as a clear accelerant. Liquid sugar from soda, sweetened teas, energy drinks, and processed juices spikes glucose and insulin, driving inflammation that narrows scalp blood vessels. That choke point deprives follicles of oxygen and nutrients. A direct hit to growth and a setup for weaker regrowth cycles.
One study from China helps quantify the risk. Researchers followed 1,028 men aged 18 to 45 and found that those with male pattern hair loss drank nearly twice the weekly volume of sugary beverages compared to men without it. About 4,293 milliliters versus 2,513. The heaviest consumers were far more likely to land in moderate to severe baldness categories, showing a dose-response pattern you can act on.
The age effect was striking. Men in their 20s who drank sugar-sweetened beverages daily already displayed hair loss patterns typical of men in their late 30s. That finding reframes, it's just genetics into your daily choices are moving the timeline.
Alcohol also correlated with worse hair outcomes. 2 studies linked regular drinking to more hair loss and even earlier depigmentation. Alcohol interferes with nutrient absorption and hormone balance, which compounds the vitamin D and iron issues you may already be facing if your diet relies on processed beverages.
There's a related concern for reproductive health. A 2025 review linked more than 7 sugar-sweetened drinks per week, roughly 262.5 grams of sugar, to lower sperm concentration and more DNA fragmentation. Lower inhibin B and altered hormone ratios pointed to weaker sperm development, adding another reason to rethink what you reach for when you're thirsty.
Artificial sweeteners aren't a free pass. Evidence summarized in the article linked non-caloric sweeteners to damage in the testicular cells that produce sperm and hormones. If you're trading soda for diet soda, you may be swapping one problem for another instead of solving it.
So, what should you do right now if you're noticing increased shedding, widening part lines, or a receding hairline? Start by cutting out sugary drinks completely. Replace sodas, energy drinks, sweetened teas, and processed juices with water. Sparkling water, or mineral water with a squeeze of citrus. Every sugary drink you skip is an immediate win for your scalp and a step toward calmer insulin signaling.
Eliminate alcohol. It isn't harmless in small amounts if your goal is stronger hair. Removing it helps restore nutrient absorption and hormone balance, so your follicles can use the resources you feed them. This single change reduces a background stressor that quietly pushes hair loss forward.
Rebuild vitamin D status through safe sun exposure. If you spend most of your time indoors, plan brief, regular exposure and increase gradually. Be cautious with harsh sunlight. if you've been eating seed oils, since the linoleic acid in those oils embeds in skin and raises the risk of UV-related damage. Consistency, not intensity, is what signals follicles back into growth.
Evaluate iron through food first. If fatigue, brittle nails, and thinning hair cluster together for you, add iron-rich options like grass-fed beef, lamb, or properly prepared lentils. Pair them with vitamin C sources such as citrus or bell peppers to improve absorption. Before supplementing, check ferritin. The target range given is 60 to 75 nanograms per milliliter because excess iron drives oxidative stress and accelerates aging processes you're trying to avoid.
Make your meals follicle-friendly. Center them on protein like eggs, wild-caught salmon, or collagen-rich cuts, carbohydrates from whole fruit or root vegetables, and fats like tallow, ghee, or butter. Avoid nuts, seeds, and vegetable oils that are high in linoleic acid, since they damage mitochondria and make hair more fragile. Keep your swaps practical. Sparkling water instead of soda, real food instead of packaged snacks, and steady routines instead of crash fixes.
You might be wondering how soon you'll notice a difference. The studies show diet patterns shape both how early and how fast hair loss progresses. That means the scoreboard is running every day. Removing sugar-sweetened beverages and alcohol strips away two of the most consistent stressors while you rebuild vitamin D and iron, the combination your follicles need to re-enter growth phases reliably.
Let's turn this into action you can take before the end of the day. Empty your fridge of sugary drinks and alcohol, stock it with still or sparkling mineral water, and prepare one iron-conscious meal you'll actually enjoy. Step outside for a brief, safe sun session, and put ferritin testing on your calendar so you have a baseline. Small, immediate moves beat vague plans.
Here's your challenge for the next 14 days. Drink no sugary beverages and no alcohol at all. Replace them with water or sparkling water with citrus. Get consistent, safe sun to support vitamin D, and build 3 dinners each week around iron-rich foods paired with vitamin C. Track shedding and scalp visibility in a quick daily note. You'll see how quickly your choices start showing up in the mirror.
Thank you for watching Dr. Mercola's Cellular Wisdom. We'll see you on the next episode.
Thanks for watching. Subscribe now and click the notification bell so you never miss an update. See you in the next video.